In your Sunday Morning Health Watch, a new study by researchers at the American Cancer Society found that Generation X and millennials have a higher risk of developing several types of cancer than older generations.
Rates have been increasing in 17 of the 34 cancers studied, including breast, pancreatic, and gastric. CBS News chief medical correspondent Dr. Jon LaPook is here to help explain what's going on. Dr. LaPook, thank you so much for being here. I think, this story is a story that gets a lot of people's attention, right? Because you think about the reason why. Why would this be happening in younger generations? Is there a sort of clear-cut answer to that?
Right. Well, no, there's no clear-cut answer. It's complicated, right? But let's just start off with saying, big picture. Cancer deaths have decreased gradually over the last 30 years. So that's the good news. But we don't understand why it's happening more frequently in half of the different types of cancers that were studied in younger people. And I think one big theme here is that people think of cancer, it's just one disease. No, it's lots of different things. It is scary. But you know what? We did another study recently that showed that 44% of all cancer deaths are from things that we can actually do something about. A third of cancer deaths are from smoking. So let's just look at an example. I mean, I think you have to look at an example about like the individual cancer.
Yes, breast cancer is something we've been hearing a lot about. What do we know about what's happening there?
So I spoke to one of the researchers who told me about the theories. Well, estrogen can actually fuel certain types of breast cancers. So what's going on there that might increase exposure to estrogen in younger people? Well, for one thing, girls are getting their periods at an earlier age, and fertility is being delayed, and that increases exposure to estrogen because the more periods, the more estrogen exposure. And so perhaps that's one of the reasons. Also, we're seeing increasing obesity, as you well know. And guess what's in fat is an enzyme called aromatase, which converts testosterone to estrogen. Yes, women have testosterone. Wow. That's another reason. And in the fat, there's also, it increases inflammatory compounds in the body, and that may increase the risk. So it's very, very complicated.
Yeah. I feel like several times over the past few years, we've discussed and covered stories about colon cancer developing more in young people, the need to get screened, especially for anyone who might have family history or be at risk. How is colon cancer complicated, and how is it involved in this study?
And like the other cancers, it's complicated. But I think what's great about the science is we're teasing it apart, cancer by cancer, and trying to figure out what's going on. With colon cancer, yeah, it's decreasing. It's going down into the younger people. In fact, so much so that recent recommendations are to do the screening for people at average risk went down from age 50 to age 45. What could be going on? Well, one really fast, obesity increases the risk. We know that statistically. But the other thing that's fascinating to me, I'm a gastroenterologist.
This is your area.
Yeah, I do colonoscopies.
Had to ask.
Yeah.
Right. There are, the microbiome. Those are the trillions of bacteria, thousands of species that are in our colon, and certain species have been linked to an increased risk of colon cancer for reasons we don't understand. We're changing our microbiome. We have fewer species. We're changing the types of species with our diet, environment, other things. So that's a potential reason why we're seeing the increase.
So what can people do, right? I mean, do researchers have clues? Because even if the answers aren't quite clear-cut, are there at least areas where people maybe can tweak their own sort of behavior?
100%. And it's stuff kind of, Elaine, your mother could have told you.
Yeah. Okay.
So, you should eat right. You lean towards plants and legumes and things like that. Stay away from processed foods and processed meats.
Easier said than done.
You want to exercise also. All these are easier said than done.
Yeah.
Don't smoke.
Don't smoke. A third, 30% of cancer deaths are from smoking. It's really hard to stop. So how about, don't start? Like, if you haven't started, don't start. And then the screening tests, right? So, there is mammography, there's all sorts of blood tests that are being developed. I do colonoscopies. Colonoscopies are amazing in terms of not only finding early cancers, because you actually go in and look, but you can find a benign polyp, and you can pluck it out years before it has the potential to turn into cancer. So instead of potentially getting cancer, you don't get cancer. So there's a lot of things that people can do. The best screening test is the one you actually do. There are a lot of different choices, including for screening for colon cancer for people at average risk. But I think for me, I'm excited because we're learning about the underlying chemistry of it. There's a new term I'm going to just end with called, this will be the first time I mention it in 18 years at CBS, it's called the epigenetics. So the epigenome, it means people can have the same exact chromosomes, and one person gets cancer and the other person doesn't. And the reason is that there are genes, there are switches with genes that certain genes can either increase the risk of cancer or decrease the risk of cancer. And those switches can get turned on or off by certain things in the environment, et cetera.
And things we do, maybe?
Things we're doing, so microplastics, inflammation, all sorts of other things. So I'm very excited, and so is all science. This is a hot area of research. You heard it here first, and that's I think the near future is going to be a lot of research on the epigenome.
To be continued.
I love how excited you are, and I love that there are people like yourself, smarter than us, who are excited by this and motivated and
helping us understand
help us understand it.
Great to be here.
Dr. LaPook, thank you so much. We really appreciate your time. We'll be right back.